Hello, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. We did one of the Depot Street beers yesterday. I thought I'd go ahead and review the next one here. This is sent to me by Brad. So, Brad, thanks a bunch, guy, for sending these over to me. I can't get the Depot Street beers here, so he offered to send them to me to give them a review, and that's what we're doing. So, thanks, Brad. I do appreciate it, brother. This is Depot Street's Express Pale Ale, is what it says there, but it's got Depot Express Amber Ale on the bottle. And it does have a date on the top, but it is smudged off, guys. I can't see the month, but the date is 16 and the year is 15. Usually they write it twice, but on the other side here it's smudged off. So they're using a very slick label here, and I guess the ink that they're putting on there is easily smudged off. This one also does not have the ABV, but both Rate Beer and Beer Advocate listed at 5.6%. So, thinking this will probably be just a tad stronger than the one we did yesterday. Commercial description on this says, an American-style pale ale with a crisp, clean maltiness and just a moderate amount of hops to satisfy but not overwhelm the taste buds. So to me, it sounds like they're brewing some transitional beers, guys. Something to get the macro lager drinkers over into something with just a tad more taste. Nothing for the seasoned craft beer drinker to really wrap their arms around. I've got a feeling this is not going to be an outstanding beer, but it should be a decent beer. So we'll see where this one goes. I don't have the IBUs, I don't think. No. And it says seasonal in autumn, so should be we're almost into autumn here. It's got Best by 2015 for sure. I know I can see the year there. So typically these brewers give it a 3 to 4 month shelf or bottle shelf life. So and like I said, I can't see the month on this. I cannot see it. It looks like it may be even 26, but the date is so faded out and smudged off, I cannot read it. I can see the 15 though, so hopefully it's probably more than likely as fresh as Brad could get his hands on. So hopefully it's going to be a tasty beer. We're getting ready to find out. Don't think there's anything else there we need to talk about. So let's go to the food pairing. Cheese is a sharp blue cheddar. Meat is beef, poultry, and fish. Glass variety bite, pint, Becker, Nonic, tumbler, mug, stein, and Sidell. I'm going to use the Sovereign beer glass, guys, my favorite glass. And here it says not recommended for extended cellaring. So let's get the cap off this puppy and see what this one's about. Yesterday's had an orange cap. This one's got a sort of a aqua blue or a blue cap. So they are changing cap colors for the different beers. Instead of using a plain generic, let's go down the center. Yesterday I didn't pour a big head. Let's see what this one does. And we got just a little bit more. Not a lot. About a half finger of head on that pour. Almost looks like a red ale, guys. It really does. It's got a nice red tint to it there. I can see the bulb through it, but it's got a slight chill haze to it. Let's get a nose on it. I am getting a slight hop presence there, but it's not that up in your face West Coast style hops. Still it's like yesterday's. It almost has that grassy, grainy smell to it. Not getting a big malt presence. I'm more after yesterday's beer and doing this one today. To me, it seems like these guys are either a brand new brewery just getting started and brewing their beers. But to me, it seems like they're brewing some transitional beers, stuff to get their macro lager drinkers into something with just a little more taste. As far as the seasoned craft beer drinkers, I don't think those guys or us guys are going to be super impressed with these guys. Does have a nice sweetness to the back end. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brad. Just a slight hop presence there. Definitely not to the West Coast style. Alcohol is very well hidden. Just slightly darker than we had yesterday. Not quite as lemony as yesterday's beer, with a little bit darker malt used. Very sessionable, very easy drinking, but not a big taste character to go with this. That's exactly why I'm thinking these guys are either brand new, just getting started, or they're leaning more toward the transitional beer crowd, trying to get the macro lager drinkers into something with just a tad more taste. Well, let's try it out of the fridge. Let me take it back and let her get a sip of 2 or 3, and then we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one. Alright guys, I'm back. Got a little left here. Transitional beer as far as I'm concerned. Good lawnmower beer. Something if you're drinking the macro lagers, if you want to step into something with just a tad more taste, this is going to be not a big taste, not a big taste profile to go with this. I was expecting when I poured it to have a little more maltiness and all that with the darker color, so they've used a little bit darker malt to brew this beer, but still about where yesterday's beer was, I'm afraid. So, final chug. Very easy drinking. The alcohol is well hidden. I would say it's a well-made beer, but nothing outstanding, guys. I'm going to put this one in the same category as yesterday's beer. It's a 5. It's a B minus, and the only reason because I'm giving it that side of the C is because they've attempted to put the date on there, which is kind of smudged off and hard to read. I can't see it's got the year on there, and I can read that, but not an impressive beer. A lot of beers out there that's got a lot bigger taste profile for this style. So glad I got to try it though, and if you're in the Jonesboro, Tennessee area and you're drinking the Macros, the Bud Miller or Coors, you might want to give this one a try. Pick up a 6-pack of these just to step into something that's a little bit better made, and something that's not going to blow your palate out of your mouth if you're used to drinking those style of beers. So good lawnmower beer, good transitional beer, but for the seasoned craft beer drinker, it's not going to be that impressive. So 5 for me, B minus on the scale, and it's just like yesterday's beer. Beer Advocate doesn't have a score on this one, so it must be either a fairly new brewery or a fairly small brewery. Not a lot of reviews on this beer. And over to Rate Beer, they're even harsher today on this beer than they was on yesterday's beer. They say overall 39 and 23 in the style. So not a very impressive beer, but a good lawnmower beer, a good transitional beer. Like I said, if you're used to drinking the Macros. So that's where I'm going to leave it. If you've had this one, the Depot Express, it says Pale Ale here, but it's got their Amber Ale written on the bottle. So let me know what you think, guys, and let's see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.